Good morning. It's raining. It's not raining very hard, but it's raining. Well, it's going to have to rain for a while, but it is starting to turn into a decent rain. We're, I don't know, maybe up to 2/10 here. So I've been working a little bit in the office, updating some seed business stuff and some planting records and all of that. And while on the 8R, we have the wireless data transfer JD Link subscription. We don't have that in the in the 8430 here. So I'm going to export all of the soybean planting data off of this display so I can get the records onto the computer and into my John Deere and know when and what was planted, when and where. The boys needed some entertainment or something to do to stay out of the rain. They just want to play outside. Why do you guys want to play outside in the rain all the time? So we're going to run some errands. We got to make a trip to the bank, and Grandma needs us to pick up some stuff from the grocery store. We're up to a whopping 1/4 of an inch, so we haven't gotten a lot of rain, but it certainly is helping. And it's a beautiful rain, nice and slow and steady and easy, and it's not a pounding one that's going to make the ground hard. So that is a good thing, but I hope it keeps raining for a while, and it looks like it's going to taper off. Probably aren't even going to get a 1/2 inch out of this, which I'm not complaining. And we weren't terribly dry, but we could use an inch pretty easily and be just fine. So take what you get, right? All right, we're back. This tank's going to get cleaned up this afternoon. Brock thinks he's funny. I don't know what that was all about. He sharpened the blades on our lawnmower this morning, so that's good. You ready to power wash, Brock?
Let's do it.
Yep, the rain's over, so now we can go work outside. Well, Brock did a pretty good job cleaning up our tank here. We did dump some RV antifreeze in. We just kind of take the plugs out, drain as much fertilizer out as we could into that bucket. There was hardly any in the hoses because I sucked it empty in the field. Pull this out, dump some RV antifreeze down in there. I did dump one in the top of the tank just so there's a little bit down in there. At least there was. And it should be good to go for the winter. So we need to grease it yet and then get it put away. Rylan woke up from his nap, and his gator is down in my seed warehouse. So we're gonna go get it since it quit raining. It's sort of nice out. We got a supercharger for it. Watch, this is gonna be cool. So I found a way to make the Milwaukee batteries hook up to the gator. 18 volts instead of 12 volts. This should be fun. I did put a little voltage regulator dial on there so we can control it a little bit. Go. Oh yeah. Go. Go. Is it fast? Yeah. Put it in slow gear then. No. Okay, then go fast. We're gonna need some grippers on the tires. Holy cow, yeah. That'll make the trips back and forth to Grandma's house a little quicker. It's still pretty slow, but it is faster. Oh, he's having a good time. He just wants to go mud, and look at him. Just gotta find the mud puddles every time. Well, he'll have a good time with that. Maybe he'll get good enough at it before his brother wakes up that I won't have to worry about him too much. Oh yeah, right up the hill. Look at that. Well, he picked up a rider. As long as he stays in, I guess we're good. Still mudding. Uh-oh, it's not good when they both come walking back to you. What happened, boys? Did it die? Or did you get stuck?
I think it not died.
It didn't die?
I think it was not be in the grass. I think I had it stuck in the grass.
You got it stuck in the grass?
Yeah, I think so. Then it got going on the sidewalk.
Oh my goodness, let's see if we can fix it. Dead battery. So that's about how long an 8 amp hour battery works. I don't know, he ran it for at least 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. That's quite a bit. We'll put the 12er in. We got him all fixed up. Anything he can hit, he just gotta hit it. Puddles, cords, bumps, drains, dogs, all of it. All right, well, we got that tank cleaned up, put away, relatively. It's in, we gotta put it in the barn yet, but the boys got tired of riding their gator, so I got them some Pop-Tarts, and we're going for a real gator ride now. Just looking at stuff, checking out how everything in the plot looks, seeing if we can notice any significant differences. I doubt it, but we're just doing a quick drive-by here. Here's our bean plot, the 30-inch bean rows. They look pretty darn good. Happy with that. Just driving around scouting a little bit here. So if you guys will remember a few days ago when we were getting started side dressing, I mentioned that there was a row that I could see that was kind of yellow. That was a starter issue where I clearly was not getting enough starter on. Well, I'm back in that spot right now, and this is some good, nice dark black soil here, but I can see that row still. So this is what starter fertilizer does for us. You see that row, how pale that one is compared to the two next to it? Yep, definitely we had some starter issues on that one. So I do have those flow gauges, and here's that same row again on the previous planter pass right there. I do have flow gauges that kind of show me that stuff. I do remember having issues because this was where we were getting started. Seems like I usually have issues the first day or two getting stuff worked through the lines, and we get little chunks of sediment or something that plugs up the orifices. There it is again. And we get those kind of issues. I usually try and clean them out. I'm sure I got down to here and was like, I'm almost done, forget it, and just finished. And then I cleaned it out when I was back up at the farm before we went to the next field. So it's always, it's not a good thing, but it's always nice to see that what we're putting on is working and that the starter is actually doing something. So
we're not even stepping in the sweet corn.
Well, don't step on the plants.
We're not.
Okay, good. All right, let's go back to the gator. Our early beans are over there. I'm just gonna go check on them real quick. So we did have 3/10 of an inch of rain today, but you can see it's damp on top, but it's not muddy, not sticking to my shoes at all. So soaked it right up. We could use some more, but this was certainly helpful. Okay, so here's our early beans, and we're kind of right on the line with what was planted later. I was trying to find the split, and you can see where these rows kind of overlap here a little bit, right through here, and so it's got to be right here somewhere. Honestly, they're almost indistinguishable, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that I can't tell the difference between my early planted beans and my late planted beans. I would guess right now that this row was March planted, this was April planted, end of April planted. There's not a lot of difference. I mean, that's good. It means the early beans are there and survived, and these are all early and they look great. They're here. We've got a great stand. I'm happy they're going to survive. I was kind of hoping they'd be a little bit farther ahead of the later planted beans. Not saying there's not a difference and there won't be a yield difference. I'm just saying that right now it's visually very hard to tell them apart. So I'm pretty sure right here is the line between the late planted and the early planted on kind of the other side. We were over there. Honestly, these ones actually look a little better. I don't know. I'm a little surprised by that, but that's why we do the experiment, right? We have a long ways to go yet and how these are going to end up, but those ones are a little taller. I imagine the cold weather really set these late ones back, but interesting. It's very interesting. And these late planted ones here were still some of the very first beans that we planted, and they were planted before we got that snow, April, whatever it was, 20th, 22nd, something like that. I am by no means unhappy with what we've got here in the March planted beans, though. They look just great. I'm thrilled that they're here and that they made it, and we're gonna get a crop off of them, and I'm gonna get the yield data that I was really hoping to get. So that's awesome. Quick check of our wheat crop here, and I think we're just about through pollination in this particular field. But if you look, you see those little things flying off of there? Those were the anthers that shed the pollen. that pollinates the flowers or the seeds, form the seeds. So this wheat looks pretty good. It's made it through pollination, a little bit of rain, a little cooler temps, and yeah, that's a good thing for wheat. Wheat likes cooler temperatures and rain when it's trying to make seeds, which we've gotten a little bit. We could use some more. One more last thing before I go home. Phil got some new of these boots, scrapers, whatever you want to call them, for that anhydrous bar. The tube, I believe, fits down through here, and yeah. But you can see kind of the wear on one that he took off, and I don't know if this is really worn out, but look how tapered this edge is compared to that edge. I mean, it's tapered, but square corners. What I saw was this ridge here that is completely gone on that one. So interesting to compare them. Definitely some wear. Anyway, it's after 5 o'clock. Since we're not super busy today, we're gonna head home, the boys and I, for tonight. So we will be back tomorrow. I have no idea what's going on tomorrow. I may try and collect some seed boxes. I doubt we'll be back in the fields doing anhydrous because the corn needs to grow yet. Dad will probably do some spraying on some wheat. Maybe we'll help him with that. I don't really know. Doesn't matter. We'll figure something out. I do have some stuff going on in the morning, so it'll be a little later when I get here to get started. So thanks for watching. Questions, comments, leave them down below. We'll see you guys tomorrow.